Meeting. Next on the agenda, we do have a public hearing, rezoning for request an application by Hampton-Sydney College. Rob, if you give us a little overview.
Yes. Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, we received an application from Hampton-Sydney College seeking to rezone approximately 9.44 acres from its current A2 agricultural residential zoning district designation to CR College Residential. This property is located off of State Route 1001 via Sacra and is identified as tax map 049A-34C. The general usage and density shall be, would be reduced to a minimum lot size of 20,000 square feet if this rezoning were passed. This has been properly advertised in the June 2nd and June 9th editions of the Farmville Herald. Letters have been sent to the adjoining property owners, and we did receive one letter for the record, which, hold on one second, I've got it here. We got one letter from Mr. John Dudley. I will read it for the record. It says, "To the commission, as a resident of Via Sacra in Hampton-Sydney, I urge you to deny Hampton-Sydney's college request to change the zoning status of this parcel. The college has made it clear that the purpose of the rezoning is to develop the parcel into more than a dozen residential lots. This is unnecessary and ill-advised. Item number one, there is no lack of supply. Currently, there are multiple undeveloped lots in the neighborhood. Expansion the college undertook in the early 90s. Likewise, Via Sacra has 4 unoccupied homes and 2 homes that remain empty more than half of the year. Item number two, there is no demand. The college will argue that young faculty cannot afford housing on campus. These families are moving away for better schools and jobs for spouses. Point three, increased traffic will negatively affect the elderly residents who regularly walk Via Sacra, as well as the college's students who cross Via Sacra between classes. And number four, environmental impact. The parcel under consideration is home to fragile flora, including lady slippers." I have sent this application to VDOT, and I have not gotten any comments back for the record. They are reviewing it, but they have not given me any feedback. The one thing to note, the concept plan that is included in your packet shows 16 lots. Most of those lots average anywhere from almost just shy of an acre, smallest being almost 0.782 tenths of an acre, to the largest lot size of just over an acre and a half. Under the current A2, a lot size can be 1 acre under A2 with municipal services, or an acre and a half with well and septic. To note, there's only 9.44 acres being considered. The other half of this project on the concept plan has the proper zoning for college residential. I have heard no other comments for the record from anyone else in the public. Staff believes this will not impact the neighborhood negatively, or have any major impact as far as traffic and noise. It is a residential area. It joins current CR zoning, so this is not spot zoning. And that's all I have to add. If you have any questions of me, I'll be glad to answer anything.
This will have water and sewer too.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
Mr. Vice Chairman and the board, since I work at Hampton-Sydney, I'm going to recuse myself from the voting. I can tell you, and I'll be honest, I wrote this up because the college had asked me to put this together. The college currently has no homes on Via Sacra that are available for sale. The college right now has some empty lots in what's called Roxbury 2. 2 of those lots are being developed right now. 2 staff from the college have purchased 2 different lots there most recently. Both have been cleared. One has already started a building there. And there is a staff member at the college that has requested and is waiting to hear what happens at this one. That's the basis for this, was to offer more lots available for faculty and staff because they're just there's a demand in the community and the market and the county for housing, so that's why the college did it. It's land the college has owned, and it's actually right at the end of a state-maintained road. It's at the very end of the state-maintained road on Via Sacra.
So they're just gonna sell the lots, or are they gonna develop them and sell?
The college plans to sell the lots. There'll be some homeowner guidelines in the area there, subsequent to size of home, and that, but the college will just be selling the lots. The college, because the college has its own water and sewer system now, will be putting in water and sewer for this area.
What was the smallest lot? 7?
It's approximately
Yeah.
0.7.
0.7,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a little bit less than what the A2 will allow,
Right.
but not greatly.
Yeah.
With water and with municipal services, those lots could currently be 1 acre.
Right.
So this developed plan is just a little bit denser than what they would allow.
The college in the, I'm sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I didn't know.
I was saying, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Ladies
So,
first.
You're recusing yourself.
They
That's
are
just for
gonna have
discussion.
restrictions.
Yes.
So it's gonna complement the
Yes.
existing homes in there.
Yes, there's a Roxbury 1, a Roxbury 2, and this is deemed Roxbury 3 is the way it's labeled right now. There'll be a little bit smaller homes, naturally then smaller acreage for the lots. But the college has always put water and sewer in the center of the road, so the utilities will be put in place. But, Mr. Vice Chairman, I will recuse myself from the vote and also from the public hearing. If you can open up the public hearing.
Sure, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to open up the public hearing portion of the rezoning request by Hampton City College. And is there anybody on the phone who would like to speak for or against this proposal? So seeing that there's, or hearing there's nobody on the phone, I'd like to close the public hearing portion of the request. And are there any more discussion or questions that we have for Rob or maybe even John about the project?
Mr. Vice Chair, if I could just add, Robbie and I had a conversation. I know as drawn, it has a cul-de-sac at the end. What we talked about, maybe VDOT might want to encourage the connection over there to Roxbury 2 and that tie-in, because right now you probably got 150 feet or so between those two roads. But from emergency services standpoint, a lot of times they'll do that. I know that could impact the layout of the lots, but just, we may get that comment back from VDOT.
And again, do want to state, this would change our zoning map and change the zoning of this parcel. That this site plan is a concept and would have to go through standard site plan review, and we would be sending it out to all agencies, including VDOT, for comments for connectivity and it's as far as the letter that was sent for traffic. All those items will be looked at by VDOT.
Any more discussion or questions?
If there's no more discussion, I'd like to move that we approve the changing of A2 to college residential on tax map 049-A-34C, contingent upon them meeting all the state VDOT guidelines.
Okay.
Is there a second? Second. All in favor, raise your right hand. All not in favor, same sign. Motion passes. And I will pass the baton back to Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman. Next on the agenda is review of supervisors' actions.
Yes.
Rob, can you give us an update there?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the milk processing facility for the Amish, that was approved with the conditions as you specified. And the community solar project was approved with the conditions. The board didn't put any further setbacks or anything on that project. And again, that's moving to the next phase. I haven't heard any contact. I haven't been contacted by any of those folks. We sent the approval letters out to them. But those projects will be moving forward.
And you possibly foresee future solar projects
Yes.
being presented?
Yes, we myself and the county administrator actually was in on a pre-development meeting. We do have a potential for a large commercial large-scale, utility-scale solar project, which we anticipate will be having a community meeting. Community meeting is required first before they even apply. But that, we do anticipate a pretty large, that project is over 1,000 acres.
Great.
Very good,
All
thank
in
you.
Prince Edward County?
Yes.
That's great.
Just out of curiosity, we've approved at least 3 that I can remember. Has anybody started construction?
Actually, I was contacted last week, the Holocene
Right,
site.
right.
They have gotten their engineer and submitted actually last week, and it was approved by our engineer this week.
Okay.
The bonding of that project, and they want to be breaking ground sometime in July on that. So that one project, I think the other smaller project is dead right now.
Policy was in Pamplin or?
No, that was Rice, I think, wasn't
Yes,
it? At it right.
Piney Grove,
I think that's right. Yes, yes,
Piney Grove was
Piney Grove.
Holocene?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
that's
all
for
right.
South.
yeah. The smaller site it hadn't gone forward. We hear
I
it's,
thought the one in Pamplin was bigger than the one in Rice.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
it's not,
But there was 2 out of Pamplin, remember? There was one.
Well, one of them we approved. We approved.
You have 2.
We
You
approved,
have-
just approved that.
you have 2
Yeah, but
approved.
the one we did a couple years ago.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's never
No,
came to fruition.
that was a small scale, more of a community style.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the larger site is, they're submitting the bond to us with the bond letter and moving forward through stormwater, the VSMP portion of that.
I think the smaller project was more speculative,
Yeah.
yeah, on their part. Okay. Any other old business?
I don't have any old business or new business right now.
I think the Board of Supervisors next month will be looking to move back towards public being in all our meetings, so just heads up, looks like the governor's restrictions will be coming off, so we'll be opening back up. So just expect that probably to the next meeting.
Okay.
Good.
For planning commission as well?
I think so.
Just on behalf of the planning commission, I want to thank everybody for the time that you put into today for the capital improvement plan, reviewing that. I want to thank everybody for that. With no other agenda items on the meeting, meeting is adjourned.